We are live here at THG. Thank you all so much for joining. We are live in Bakersfield, California, the home of THG. It is an amazing night here tonight. What's going on, guys? Welcome to THG. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get this thing going. As we are starting the night off with Justin Sand versus Shane Thorn. Shane Thorn once again looking for his first win here for THG here tonight. Can he get it against Justin Sand? I don't have a new look. I'm just not wearing a hat tonight. I know I usually wear a hat, so I might look a little differently without one, but I'm just not wearing my hat tonight. But yes, guys, let's get this going. Justin Sand versus Shane Thorn to start the night off. It is that time. I just got home from work, so I do apologize. It's kind of late, I know. But still going to be doing these shows. Even if it is a little late, I'm still going to be doing these shows. They do get uploaded, so you guys can always watch them. If it's too late for you guys can always rewatch them and they get uploaded. But yeah, still do these shows. Still want to do them, even if it is late. But that's pretty much his gimmick. It's kind of like Goku Black is kind of what his gimmick is. It is a Dragon Ball Z gimmick. His gimmick was based off of the regular Goku, but once he turned heel, his gimmick got based off of Goku Black. Justin Sand making his way to the ring. First match of the night, Justin Sand hasn't really had too much success here in THG, but looking to get there. I know. It needs to be like, one thing that I'm really irritated about it is that, I mean, I've been a fan of Randy for a long time, but it's to that point where you gotta let the new guys shine. You know what I mean? You gotta let the new guys shine. You can't be having all the old timers continuing to win championships. They have a lot of new people, and they need to it's time for those people to step up, for those people to win championships. The Randy Orton and all the old timers, even the Miz to a certain extent, it's time to let them go in the past, let them be in the past, and let the new guys shine. You know what I mean? Like, Otis needs to shine. They broke up, Heavy Machinery with Tucker, backstabbing Otis. They broke that up. They need to let Otis shine. So why have the Miz become new champion or new Money in the Bank winner? They should have let Otis keep it. Otis won it. He deserved it. So why have him, lose the Money in the Bank contract? It's going to be like, if you guys remember, if you guys have been watching WWE as long as I have, you'll remember that The Miz cashed in against Randy Orton in 2010 with the Money in the Bank contract to become the new champion. If you guys remember that was 10 years ago. It's going to be deja vu all over again. It's going to be like that all over again. This isn't 2010. They need to have, they need to have Randy Orton step down. They need to have The Miz step down, and they got to let the new guys shine. You know what I mean? That they need to let the new guys shine, because they're going to lose ratings over and over and over again if the new guys don't shine. If they don't let those new guys do, they have so many people on the roster, and they're still letting the old timers win. Like, kind of let them step down, let the new guys go. Honestly, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, when did The Miz make his debut in WWE? Was it 2009 when he's made his debut in WWE? Or 2010? It was one of those years. Or maybe it was a little earlier than that. I don't really remember. I know he's been wrestling for a long time, but I think he made his debut in WWE. I want to say 2009 or 2008 or something. You know? But, like, it's past his time now. They gotta let the new guys go. You know what I mean? They gotta let the new guys shine and be on top. 2006, it was that early? I guess I remember it being that early. But yeah, they gotta let, I know it was Mike Mazzane, I know he went by that at that point. That was before he went by The Miz. But I guess I don't remember it being that early. But yeah, I mean, they gotta let the new guys go. You know, they have to let them shine, they have to let them be on top. You can't keep having these old timers win. It just gets boring. You know what I mean? Like, we want to see the new people going now. It's a new generation. We want to see them go. We don't want these old guys, you know. So Randy Orton winning the title, Randy Orton being the one to end Drew's reign was a horrible idea. Horrible idea. And the ratings went down a lot when that happened. Like, honestly, the ratings went down a lot when that happened, when Randy became champion. Because nobody wants to see that. It's been seen 14 times now. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to see Randy Orton be champion. Nobody. They want the new guys to be champions. You know, Ricochet, Johnny Gargano, all those people that haven't been in WWE for a long time, but not long enough to be considered like old timers. You know, they need those. I mean, those are the kind of people we want to be champions. You know, to keep things fresh. We don't want to keep seeing Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, even Roman Reigns. You can call, you know, someone who's been in WWE for a long time. You know, those people, it's the same people over and over again. You don't want those people to keep winning titles. You want to have the new people win. You want to have people like Aaliyah become champion. Rhea Ripley, you know, like new people that hasn't been in WWE for a long time. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. And I love the Hardys. Don't get me wrong, I love the Hardy Boys. But I don't want to see them become champions. Their time is kind of past when it comes to that. You know, I want to see the new tag teams become champions. You know, I love the Hardy Boys. I do. But I want to see, knowing that we're in the new generation, I want to see the new tag teams become champions. Keep things fresh. You know, keep things fresh. I wouldn't mind if the Hardys decide to go to a different company. I know the Hardys aren't really a thing anymore. I know Matt's, I think, at AEW now. You know, I understand that, but if they were still a tag team, I mean, I wouldn't mind them going to AEW and maybe winning titles there. You know, having both of them do that, but WWE needs to have new tag team champions. You know, new tag teams become champions. They have so many people on the roster, and they only utilize the, you know, the old timers. I mean, yeah, they had, you know, Apollo Crews becoming United States champion, which was a big twist. They need to keep doing stuff like that. They don't do that very often, you know. So I know that every now and then they'll do that, and most of the time they won't give them a proper run. They'll just do that to get the fans happy, and having them lose the titles soon after, just, you know. But they need to have that happen for a while. I was surprised they let Kofi Kingston become WWE champion as long as he did. I was surprised about that. I was absolutely surprised, because I was like, you wouldn't think they would have Kofi Kingston become WWE champion, and when he won the championship, it's like, okay, they're going to make him lose it the next week. He held it for half the year. A little more than that, actually. So I was surprised about that. So that's the stuff they need to keep doing. So that was a good thing for WWE to do that. To have Kofi become WWE champion, have him hold it for a while. That was a good thing. But they need to keep doing stuff like that. They don't do it that often. They have to keep doing that kind of stuff. And let the new guys... I know Kofi's been in WWE for a while, you know. But having him win the WWE Championship was fresh, because he's been in a tag team for a very long time now. You know, so having him win WWE Championship was really fresh. It was fresh. And that's what they need to keep doing. They need to keep doing that. They need to make Ricochet WWE Champion, or Johnny Gargano WWE Champion. Say Thorn, I mean, they got to keep things fresh and have the new guys win titles. Don't just not give them anything. you know? It's like, push them. Push them. Give everyone a chance. Titus O'Neil, for instance. Give everybody a chance, you know? That's why a lot of people leave WWE's because they don't get the chance they deserve. It's like, you gotta give them that. Shane Thorn going for a pin to try to end Justin Saiyan to get his first win here in THG. But it was not enough. Oh. Guess Shane Thorn was a little too close for that. I like Finn Balor as an NXT champion. I do. He was a great NXT champion. You know, Finn Balor is great. Like, he's not considered an old-timer, obviously. You know, but like, Finn Balor is the kind of people, or Ciampa, for instance. Those are the kind of people I want to become champion. You know, I'm glad NXT decided to make Finn Balor champion. He shines in NXT. And it just shows nowadays that NXT is pretty much, if you get moved to NXT, like if you're on Raw or SmackDown, and then you get moved to NXT, these days that's a promotion. Because when you get to the main roster, you're pretty much getting demoted because you're getting wasted. Vince does not care. He doesn't see talent. He does not see talent. He does not care at all. You know, so going from Raw or SmackDown to NXT is a promotion. And it's sad because Raw and SmackDown is supposed to be the promotion. You know, NXT is like where you start. But NXT has better talent right now. They're getting used more, and they're having 5-star matches, you know, because NXT is being used better than WWE. Because Vince McMahon doesn't run NXT, Triple H does. And it just shows that Triple H knows how to run a show way better than Vince McMahon does. Vince needs to step down, just let Triple H take over, because Vince is ruining WWE right now. He's ruining it. As much as he doesn't want to believe that, he's ruining it. Exactly, that's exactly what it is. It's just wasting wrestlers. That's all it's doing. But Justin Saiyan is looking to end Shane Thorn with the fusion, and he connects. The fusion connects. Aww, it was a rope break. It was a rope break. Really? A rope break? I hate those. Hate those. That's fine, whatever. I can't remember what his combat position's as. Is it this? Yeah, it is. Ricochets, that's right. One thing I wish they would add in this, in like 2K22, it would be awesome if they added create your own comeback. So you can actually create your own comebacks. So you don't have to use the same ones over and over again. You could actually make your own. That'd be pretty awesome. I need to see what his... Okay. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. Oh, it causes the spirit bomb! And that's gotta be enough. And Justin Saiyan gets the victory. Justin Saiyan gets the victory. Shane Thorn did a good job though. Can't take anything away from Shane Thorn. He did a great job in this match. He really did. So good job to Shane Thorn for that. Good job, Shane Thorn. Good job. But yes, Justin Saiyan gets the victory here tonight for THG. An ad for raisins? I like raisins. That's just me. I like raisins. They don't taste like cardboard. They taste like dried grapes. I guess it doesn't really make it sound any better. They don't taste like cardboard, they taste like dried grapes. Alright, so now we have Aleister Black versus Jimmy Havoc. This should be a good match right here. This should be a good match. This should be a really good match. Aleister Black versus Jimmy Havoc. Gonna create some havoc here in THG. Create that havoc. He's gonna destroy everything. We'll see. Maybe. Maybe. I do that a lot. You'll realize that I do that a lot because I have so many superstars that I have to think about and remember their finisher signature. It's just so many to where I can't remember them all. You know what I mean? No matter how long I've had them. So I have to constantly keep going back to check it. And sometimes I took it 2 or 3 times in the match. You know, and I'm just like, what is it again? Because I got to know the position. I got to know what move it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I also decide which one I want to use because sometimes they have 2 finishers and 2 different signatures. I gotta be like, which one do I want to use to end the match? It's just like it's a lot. So I do that a lot, and you'll see that. And I think a lot of other people do that too. It's just something that a lot of people do because it's hard to remember them all if you have a lot of them. So yeah, I constantly do that. If THG was never a thing, what would I call it? Oh man, I don't know, honestly. I honestly don't know. The reason why, let me explain to you guys why Aleister's making his entrance here. Let me explain to you guys why I call it the hunting ground. So, you start from the ground, right? When you come into THG, you start from the ground. You hunt your way to the top. So you start on the bottom, start on the ground, and then you hunt your way. So by hunting, I mean like you hunt your opponents, you defeat your opponents, you are the predator, and you hunt your way to the top of the company. So I call it the hunting ground. That's where the name comes from. CCW? Okay. If I had enough money, which obviously I don't, because it's like a lot of money to have your own wrestling company. But if I had the money to do it and I was a millionaire, I would literally make a wrestling show if I was able to. And if I did, it would be the hunting ground. Honestly, it would be. That's what I would make it, and I would call it the hunting ground. Same logos, same everything. I would call it the hunting ground. That would be my wrestling show. That's what I would call it. Because I like the name of it. because not every wrestling show has to have the word wrestling in it, or even pro in it. It doesn't have to. You know, so I want to do things differently and have a wrestling show that doesn't have the word wrestling in it. So it's called The Hunting Ground, and I love it. It became pretty big on my channel too. I get quite a good amount of views on it, as well as AEW. AEW is actually becoming bigger on my channel, to be honest. AEW is actually having more views on my channel than THG is, but THG became pretty big on my channel. It takes a lot, though, to make your own wrestling show. Even on the game, it takes a lot because you have to make everybody, which takes a long time to make people. It's a work in progress. I don't know. I mean, you might, Max, again, you might be the only one that's experiencing the problem. It might be your internet or something. You know, because it seems like everyone else is doing fine, because otherwise other people will be saying the same thing, and they're not. So it might just be on your side. It might be your internet connection or something. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Jimmy Havoc, just in case you guys don't know, Jimmy Havoc is a former THG World Heavyweight